Guru Brahma Guru Vishnu Guru Devo Maheshwara Guru Sakshāt Param Brahma Kripalu Gurave Namaha Yesham Shri Madhyashoda Sutta Pada Kamale Nasti Bhaktir Narana Yesha Mabhir Kanya Priya Guna Kathane Nanurakta Rasagya Yesham Shri Krishna Leela Lalita Rasa Katha Sadhara Naiva Karna Dhiktan Dhiktan Dhigetan Kathayati Niyata Kirtanastha Mridanga Namah Kamalana Bhaya Namah Kamalama Namah Kamalapadaya Namaste Kamalekshana Yo Brahmanam Vidadhati Purvam Yo Vai Vedanscha Prahinoti Tasmai Tagvang Devamatma Buddhi Prakasham Mumukshurvai Sharanamaham Prapatti. Eternal seekers of divine bliss, as we do so every day, we shall first chant the sweet name of the Lord, and then I will continue my talk. It is an inevitable law of life that we cannot remain inactive even for a fraction of a second. Now, you may not be able to accept this because we see a lot of lazy people in this world doing nothing. But by doing doesn't mean doing things outwardly. They are working inwardly. So we perform actions not only outwardly but inwardly as well. And whatever action we perform, there is an aim, a purpose behind the action. We cannot perform any action without a purpose. There has to be an aim. And the aim behind all our actions, we have found out that there is only one aim, one ultimate aim behind our every action, and that is happiness. We all want happiness. Nobody wants misery. Nobody wants to suffer. And this goal of happiness it's universal. You can go to a card shop and you will find it so obvious. Every card you pick up, it may be any occasion, a new year, a birthday, an anniversary, a holiday, anything. But every occasion is prefixed with the word happy. Now, isn't it astonishing that we have been working so hard day and night, incessantly, not only in this life, mind you, but for countless past lives? This has been our goal. We have been striving, we have been longing for it, but we haven't yet had even a glimpse of true happiness. We are still dissatisfied, we are still suffering, we are still unhappy. What is the reason? Quite simply, it's because we are totally ignorant about the why and where of happiness. We only know one thing: I want to be happy, but why? Why do you choose happiness? Why not choose misery? We don't have an answer. I just want to be happy by hook or by crook. So find out why you want happiness. The answer is not anywhere in any material science. You will find the answer only in divine science. And that too, I mentioned to you, of all the religions, it is Sanatan Dharma, eternal religion, which we call Hinduism today. Most people commonly know it as Hinduism, but the actual name is Sanatan Dharma, which means eternal truth. And you must remember one thing, that these eternal truths are applicable to each and every human being, irrespective of race, nationality, sect, or religion. So these scriptures of Sanatan Dharma, they give us a very logical explanation for this goal, this universal goal of happiness. We are told that there is a supreme being whom the world knows as God. Different religions call him by different names, but he is one. And that supreme being, his nature is bliss. Bliss is another name of God, and we individual souls, in fact all living beings, are eternal parts of that supreme being who is bliss. Now it is a law that every part desires to unite with the whole. There is an attraction force between the whole. By whole I don't mean H-O-L-E, I mean W-H-O-L-E. So every part is attracted to, desires to unite with the whole. Therefore, it is our inborn nature that we desire happiness or bliss without anyone having ever taught us to do so. So it is only when we attain that supreme bliss, that divine bliss, that perfect happiness, that peace, that love, which goes by the name of God, only then will we be contented and eternally satisfied, happy. Now our question obviously was, how do we attain God? It makes some sense. That's why we've never been satisfied till today. We've achieved so many of our goals in this material world, yet there is something within us telling us, not satisfied, not satisfied. Once I get there, once I have this. So it makes sense. That's the reason. So how do we attain divine bliss or God? The scriptures say that you have to know God. It's only by knowing Him that you can attain Him. Knowing God automatically results in faith, followed by love and attainment. The three, they come to us simultaneously the moment we know God. Now, when we made an attempt to know God, we were badly disappointed. The very scriptures that asked us to know God, not one but many of them, they all urged us, know Him, know Him. Only then you can be freed of suffering. Only then you can attain peace. Only then you can attain eternal happiness. Whatever you desire, you have to know Him. And when we tried, we were told, sorry, you cannot know Him. He is unknowable. He is beyond your understanding. So if we cannot know Him, then how will we have faith? And if we do not have faith, then we cannot attain that goal of divine bliss. We seem to be stuck. Now, one thing we need to learn from this, and what's that? We obviously do not know God till today. because we haven't attained Him. It's very simple. We are still suffering in this world. We still go through stress. And as I mentioned to you, once we attain that supreme bliss, we can never ever experience any kind of unhappiness again. Because light, just as light can never be overruled or overpowered by darkness, in the same way, divine bliss can never ever be followed by unhappiness or suffering. So it's obvious we don't know God because we haven't attained Him. And if we don't know God till today, then the next thing also follows. We don't have any faith. What? I don't have any faith? No, you don't believe in God. You think you believe in God, but you don't. Now I'm sure you have objection to this because, well, there are lots of people who claim, do you know that I recite the Gayatri mantra every day of my life? I don't step out of the house before that. I have been, on every Tuesday, I do the Hanuman Chalisa. And I go to the church, I go to the temple, I go to the Gurdwara, I go to the masjid. Whether it's hail or storm, I must go. I've been doing it all my life. And you say, I have no faith, I have no belief. I read the Gita regularly. Someone says, I read the Bible regularly. Everybody has their book of scriptures, and by reading them, by fasting and things that they are doing, they say, yes, I believe in God. How can you say, I don't believe, I have no faith? Well, I want you to listen to me very carefully because I'm going to let the cat out of the bag. Just a little bit. And please forgive me for doing so, because ultimately, this introspection that we are going to do now, this awareness, is going to help us in having the right faith, in true faith. All the religions, they agree upon some attributes of God. They all say that God is all-knowing. They say God is all-pervading. They say God is merciful. So let us take up these three attributes, because believing in God actually means to believe in these attributes and to accept the laws, the divine laws of God. Only then you believe in Him, isn't it? Do you believe that God is all-knowing? Do you actually believe that He is all-pervading? He pervades every particle. He's everywhere. Do you believe that God is all-merciful? We have our doubts off and on. Now, if we actually believe that God is all-pervasive, He's everywhere, He is within us, and He is in every particle of this whole universe, then we would have performed each and every action with the awareness of His presence. He is watching me. He is everywhere. Whatever action we perform, we would be aware that He knows. No action is private. You know, if we were believers in God, then this word private, you know what private is, isn't it? Nobody knows what I have done. Nobody knows what I'm thinking. Like our spiritual master, he often tells everybody that you sit right in front of me and you have all kinds of questions and doubts. Right in front of me, and I'm watching you. So if we believed that He is all-knowing, God is all-knowing, definitely. And the saint he is actually God in human form, so he knows as well. So that word private would never have existed in our dictionary. Once a teacher, he asked his students to do a very strange homework. He said, I want you to all go back home today, and when nobody is watching you in the house, just steal something and bring it tomorrow. I will explain the reason for this. Next day, all the children brought something. Somebody bought some money. They stole it from dad's wallet. Somebody stole a watch. Somebody stole a pen. Everybody had some little big thing or the other. And they came to the class with it. But one boy, he didn't bring anything. He came empty-handed. Now when the teacher asked him, how come you didn't get an opportunity to steal anything? Everybody has brought something or the other. He said, yes, I was trying to do it, but the moment I looked at something, I remembered God is watching me. He's there everywhere. And He's looking at me. So how could I steal anything? Because He's there. He was watching all the time, so I couldn't bring anything. This teacher was really very happy. He patted this boy on the back and he said, I'm happy. You are the person who has real faith. This is what true faith is about. This awareness all the time. Not just when we are in the temple or the mosque or the church. Then we feel we are in the temple of God. We are in God's house. Eko deva sarvabhuteshu gudha sarvavyapi sarvabhutantaratma. Shvetashvatara Upanishad, 6th chapter, 11th mantra. This Supreme Being not only pervades the entire universe, but He resides within you as well. So the moment you step out of the temple or mosque, isn't He still there with you? You may be anywhere. You may be at home, you may be at work, you may be in a pub, but He is inside you.